from West Hollywood. It's the talk show everybody's talking about. Born to Kibitz! With your host, he's the man who would be king, the man with one red shoe, the man who shot Liberty Valance. Please welcome Corky Bernstein.
Well, hello, and welcome to Born to Kibitz. I'm your host, Corky Bernstein, and thank you so much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for all your tweets, your faxes, your emails, your Instagram, so many different forms of communication I can't keep up, and I am so touched by all of your heartfelt feelings. We love you so much. One particular letter struck me, and I'll read it to you. It's from Edna Greenblatt. She writes, "Dear Corky, you've had so many amazing guests on your show, but how come they're always guys? Why don't you put a woman on your show, for God's sake, and spice things up? Love, Edna Greenblatt. P.S. If you're a kook and I'm a klutz, then let's get together and make a kook klutz clan." Good one, Edna. You know what? And you're right about that gender equality thing. It's time to get gender friendly, folks. And I'm thinking, well, who would that woman be? And bang, just when I wondered who that would be, there she is at the West Hollywood Book Fair just last spring. And she's here with us today, ladies and gentlemen. The real life housewife of Tuscaloosa. Welcome, Alabama Hill.
Hey, Corky. Nice to see you
Welcome
again.
to Born to Kibitz.
Hi.
What a thrill to have you here.
Thank you. You didn't say Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I'm sure a lot of folks out there have never heard of it.
No, but I wanted to say that the real housewife of Tusca, isn't that what they call it, the real life Beverly Hills? What do they call that stuff?
I think it's the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
All right, well, you wrote The Real Housewife of Tuscaloosa.
Indeed.
Because you are the real housewife of Tuscaloosa.
I am.
And look at that hair. Oh, my God.
Bless your heart. Thank you.
Do they call that big hair in the South?
Oh, well, this is not as big as it normally is. I didn't have enough Aquanet. I ran out of it.
Yeah.
So we typically like it
wow.
really big.
You are Rhonda Fleming. Never mind, I'm dating myself. She's like an old-time movie star.
Lord have mercy. Never.
Hey, you know what? When
Yeah.
I was struck by your book fair exhibit and your trade exhibit, pushing your book, all your books actually.
Yeah.
You wrote, the first book you wrote was Bob Dylan of all people, called what?
Bob Dylan. It's called Encounters with Bob Dylan. If you see him, say hello.
All right.
And it's kind of funny because the radio, when the book came out, there was a radio host in Tuscaloosa who was trying to brag on my book a little bit and announced him as Bob Dylan.
Oh, no. Yeah. Bob Dylan.
It's out. You
wow.
know, we mean well.
Good.
We mean well. But
and now you got a second book. Real Life Housewife of Tuscaloosa.
That's
wow.
right.
That's good.
Right.
And I remember saying to you, I said, when I wanted to break the ice and start a conversation, and I said, wow, look at that hair. It looks like my ex-wife, except hers came out of a bottle. And I didn't want that to offend you at all.
No, Lord, no, no. Well, I am pretty easily offended, to be truthful, but but this comes out of a bottle too.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
Wow.
Yeah, your ex-wife and I could be having martinis tonight and bonding with our fake hair.
Wow.
But
that's pretty good.
So, did you enjoy the book?
I did enjoy the book.
Good.
Good. What I liked about it was your take on Southern women and all the stereotypes that people think Southern women are. And I like particularly what you said about there are two kinds of Southern women.
There are.
Yeah.
There are.
Tell us about that.
Well, you've got the I hate to say, you've got the Southern women that are rednecks that live in the trailer parks, and then you've got the upper crust that are the more genteel Southern women that live kind of in the historic district of Tuscaloosa in one of the antebellum homes.
Ooh, that Gone with the Wind stuff, huh?
It's right out of Margaret Mitchell.
Save Tara.
As God is my witness. I'll never go hungry again. But the southern women that are on the other side of the tracks, they're a little different.
Are they?
We'll just be polite and say different.
They're different. Is that what you mean by
they're a little scary.
White trash?
Well, you said it. I didn't.
Okay.
So now I can go home and not be beaten up in the bars.
Okay. But don't they... Well, go ahead.
They're a little scary, especially after a few drinks. Well, you just don't want to rub them the wrong way. That's just, especially when they're drunk.
Well, I would imagine if they saw someone from the upper genteel side that they would be a little envious, a little jealous, a little...
I had my share of haters.
Did you?
I sure did.
Yeah,
I sure did.
Confrontations?
More than a few.
Yeah.
Let's just put it like that. Now, you see, when Alabama gets a few Fireball whiskeys in her, she tends to get a little spunky.
Yeah.
We'll say spunky.
Sure.
So I hold my own. Do you know what I mean? But I've encountered them in the bars in Tuscaloosa. My favorite bar in Tuscaloosa is a bar called Egan's.
Egan's? Okay.
Yeah. So it's, dart boards, pool tables. It's a real dive bar, but I like to slum it sometimes,
Yeah.
So anyway,
you grace it with your presence.
I grace it with my presence. Aren't you sweet, you sweet thing, you? But I've been in there more than a few times, and it's so you'll have the redneck girl kind of.
Right.
Now they talk very different than
How do they talk?
Than women in my. In my class.
In your category, yeah.
I shouldn't say that.
How do they talk?
That sounds so conceited. I don't mean to be.
That's all right.
Oh.
Can you give us a little taste of how they
it's
talk?
just kind of a...
Hey, bitch, what are you doing in this part of town?
It's kind of a, hey, bitch. Bitch, what you think you're doing looking at my man?
Oh.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, they're protective that way, too.
Oh, Lord.
Southern women are really protective of that.
Well, we can be a little jealous and a little possessive. This is true.
What do you say?
Especially Southern Scorpio women.
Right. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's trouble. The stereotypical woman is genteel. They think the South is like... that you take bubble baths, you're genteel, that you...
Well, we do love our bubble baths. Now, that's true.
Okay, so that you...
And our mint juleps.
And your mint juleps.
Yeah. We call it cocktail hour.
And how come you're not fanning yourself? You always see Southern women fanning themselves.
Yeah, I know, and I do love a good fan.
Yeah.
But I left my fans at the house.
And that when you say something shocking, a Southern woman would faint. You always see that in the movies, how they faint. They go, it's so dramatic. Have you ever fainted?
Well, I have to say, I felt like I've been ready to faint, but I've never fainted, and none of my friends have ever fainted. So maybe that happens on the other side of the tracks with the double wides.
Wow, okay.
Maybe all the fainting goes on with the redneck girls. I don't know.
Now tell me, what's the inspiration for the book? Why did you feel compelled to write? Feel compelled to write the book?
Well, I've always been a huge Bob Dylan fan.
Right.
And growing up, I had two uncles who were both preachers, Southern Baptist, of course.
Right.
And so one of them, back when I was in high school, tried to steer me away from rock and roll, which he said was the devil's music.
Yeah, they feel that.
Oh yeah,
sure.
They're not
but
fans.
You were attracted to it.
I loved it. It saved my soul.
Right.
And so when I got into the Beatles when I was in high school, and he informed me the Beatles were communists.
Oh, okay.
And I guess he got that from back in the USSR, which
sure.
he didn't realize. Was a pun. It was
on the USA.
Well, it's Alabama.
Back in the USA.
It's Alabama.
Yeah, that's Alabama for you.
So, yeah, it's a spoof on back in the... Yeah. So, anyway...
He probably thinks George Strait is gay, or Marvin Gaye is straight. That's the thinking back there, huh?
He would think George Strait was straight.
Oh, okay.
He takes things pretty literally.
Sure, that would shock him.
That would... but because he's straight.
And you write about some, thing he wanted to...
Oh, yeah. So I got into Bob Dylan, which he pretty much tried to squash like a Dixie cup.
Right.
He told me Bob Dylan was... he informed me that one of the members of his congregation...
Right.
went to a Bob Dylan concert and witnessed from the third row Bob dedicating the concert to Satan.
Oh my goodness, my goodness gracious
he
me.
tried to convince me that Bob Dylan, Mr. Slow Train Coming, was a Satanist, and
and that didn't work, and then he tortured you.
It did not work. I knew he was full of Shiite Muslims. Full of shite. So
Shiite Muslims. But didn't he torture you after that?
Yes, Lord. He used to love to put a candle in the middle of the table and a lit candle, and he would hold my hand over this flame until my skin was about ready to melt off, and he would say, he'd hold it. Feels hot, don't it, girl? Feels hot, don't it, girl? And I'd be crying, and I was like 10, and he'd say, that's going to be hell for you for all eternity. That's what hell's going to feel like.
Rub it out, man.
Rub it out.
Get out of town.
It's very special growing up where I grew up.
I would think that
no wonder we all have a drinking problem in Alabama.
Yeah, no kidding. Cover up the pain.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
I would think that would be an inspiration to get out of Alabama.
Left home on a Greyhound bus at 18, headed for New York City with $200 in my wallet.
Oh, my goodness.
Didn't know a living soul.
Wow. To pursue acting?
I didn't know what I was going to do. I just wanted the adventure. I was just going to let New York City find me.
Now, I heard you got your first job at a sperm bank. Is that true?
I did work in a sperm bank in the Empire State Building.
Wow.
I did, on the 71st floor. And my desk was right near the donation room, which was sometimes a little awkward.
Is that right?
Yeah. But it was...
I don't mean to be, flattered, overly rude.
No.
If you were my ready teller at a sperm bank, I'd be penalized for early withdrawal. Are you blushing? Is it that Southern?
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. You're blushing.
Am I?
You need to...
I think I'm going to faint, Mama. It's warm in here.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Hey, now... you all. I wanted to ask you that one of the Southern stereotypes is that a lot of Southern women get married when they're teenagers, like 13.
That's
they marry their cousins.
13's pushing it just a little bit.
What about that?
But there's an old joke by Jeff Foxworthy. It's always been one of my favorites.
Right.
Why does a redneck look forward to a family reunion?
Good question.
It's a great chance of meeting chicks.
Meeting your relatives. Did you ever Did you get married? Were you married? Did you marry?
I have to say, I was a real housewife of Tuscaloosa.
Right.
Remember?
Who was your first husband?
So,
but you're the real housewife.
My first husband was a pipe fitter.
Okay.
Yeah, he
How did
was
that go down?
Blue collar fella. Lot of Milwaukee's best beer in the refrigerator.
Butt cracks and beer.
Well,
is that one of those butt crack guys that sat on a bar stool and you?
I tried to fix. I tried not to
throw money in his butt crack. Blue jeans and cowboys.
Okay, Corky, now come on.
All right. Sorry.
And then, so we didn't last very long. We went about 3 years.
Okay.
But then I moved up the social ladder, and I married Tyler.
Okay.
Who is a banker.
I have a grandson named Tyler.
Do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
He was a banker.
Really?
No. I mean, not a banker like you. He's still a teenager, but you married a banker. A banker named Tyler, huh?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Well, he's just the love of my life.
Oh, you're still married? Wow. Congratulations.
I am. And we just bought a new, beautiful house over there on the historic district of Queen City Avenue in Tuscaloosa.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Thank you. We've got 3 things in Tuscaloosa. It's the home of the Crimson Tide football, which we are pretty good.
Yeah.
But we've got 3 things there. We've got church, football, and barbecue.
Church, football, and barbecue.
And if you're not into any of that stuff, you won't have a good time in Tuscaloosa.
Okay.
Yeah, church, football, barbecue, and alcohol.
And alcohol.
Yeah, we can't. Church, football, barbecue, and beer.
And beer. All of those things. My goodness, just talking to you, I'm starting to talk with a Southern accent.
Are you?
Just being close to you and talking to you in your very vicinity.
Well, it's very flat. Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Your last name is Bernstein?
Bernstein.
Steen. Now, are you Jewish?
I am Jewish. Yes, I am Jewish.
Wow. I think
are there not too many Jewish guys in Tuscaloosa?
There are not.
Huh?
No, we have the Bubbas, and there's not too many Jewish fellas.
Bubba Bernstein.
Bubba Bernstein.
How about that? I would introduce myself as Bubba Bernstein.
Oh Lord, Bubba Bernstein.
I can just imagine.
Now, do you eat those falafels?
Falafel? You mean falafel?
Oh,
yeah.
Is it I thought they were falafels.
Falafels.
Oh.
No, falafel.
Now, how are they cooked? Are they fried? Are they?
You have a falafel.
Because we love things fried.
Well, if you have a fried falafel afterwards, you will feel awful.
You would.
That's why they call them falafels.
Oh!
I made that little joke up just right there.
Dude, shh. That was pretty clever, Corky.
You like Jewish food?
I can't say I've had matzo ball soup.
Have you had matzo ball soup?
I've been to Cantor's.
Well,
sometimes
probably in Tuscaloosa they probably sprinkle Tabasco sauce on it. Now that doesn't work.
Yeah, we don't have matzo ball.
Do you put mayonnaise on your pastrami sandwiches?
Well, we don't really have pastrami too much in Tuscaloosa. No, it's mostly, fried green tomatoes.
Have you ever had,
fried catfish. We try to fry everything we can.
Right.
And I guess that's why there's typically a weight problem among Southerners.
Well, you're the antithesis of that, young lady.
Really
I have to tell you.
Thank you. I was
You cut
really
a fashionable figure.
Oh, aren't you?
You
sweet?
absolutely do. Now, tell us about one of the things that in your life story is overcoming adversity. And the real housewife of Tuscaloosa is strong, feminine, all of those things.
Yeah.
Who overcomes adversity? What kinds of hardships did you face in your life?
Well,
Can you talk about anything that...
I grew up poor.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
I grew up pretty poor.
How poor were you? That was like a setup for a joke.
I was so poor.
I was so poor we had to eat cheese from the mousetrap, something like that.
Yeah, I'm not as clever as you, Corky.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah,
that's all right. But you grew up poor.
I think I hit cocktail hour a little early.
Yeah.
This afternoon, so my brain's on slow mo.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we grew up very poor, and my father was a very strict, poor but
happy.
Poor but hard disciplinarian.
Right.
I grew up having to say yes, sir, no, sir.
Oh, I hate that. Yeah.
Yeah. How high do you want me to jump, sir?
Oh, I hate that.
So that was tough, and it kind of later on it kind of blueprinted me to be a doormat.
Yeah, represses your creativity.
Well, and in my relationships for men, I was always a pleaser. But now I have gotten into therapy.
Good.
And I've got me a wonderful therapist out here.
Oh, that's good. LA's all about therapy.
Oh, I am so sorry.
Yeah,
I need to take this.
Oh.
1 second. Hey, I'm in the middle of a TV interview right now. I have told you have to file for divorce first, and then we can talk. I can't do this right now. You have to contact me when you file for divorce. I'm tired. It's time for you to walk the walk.
Oh, my God.
Okay, sweetie. I love you, too. I'll call you later. Okay.
Oh, my God. Was that your fiance?
I am so sorry.
Oh God!
I hope y'all didn't hear that.
I'm
so sorry.
I was put him on hold or on block.
I was talking to my
significant other.
I was
would be
talking to my therapist.
Yeah, sure. You can tell me the truth. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Talking to my therapist. I swear, Tyler.
That's all right. That's all right.
My therapist.
Hey, we can always edit that out.
Okay.
We can always edit that out.
Thank God.
Now, so I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Do you have? I play this little game called Truth or Rumor with all my guests.
I'm gonna turn this phone off. Let's do that. We don't want no more calls.
Hey.
Yeah.
There's a little game called Truth or Rumor.
Truth or Rumor.
All right, Truth or Rumor. Harper.
Will I need a cocktail for this?
No,
okay.
No. You can play this straight. Straight, no chaser. You ready?
All right.
Harper Lee and Helen Keller were born in Alabama.
That's true.
All right. She's telling the truth, ladies and gentlemen.
That is truth.
Now we can trust her. She is telling the truth, ladies and gentlemen.
Two of the finest Southern women that ever walked the earth.
Southern women will eat anything as long as it's fried.
I think that is probably the truth.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
Guilty as charged.
Southern women put the itch in bitch.
The itch in bitch. Well, I know Southern women can be fake and bitchy, that's for sure.
Okay.
When a Southern woman tells you to, if a Southern woman ever says, bless your heart,
right.
What she's really saying is, go screw yourself. Bless your heart means screw you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's that two-faced.
It might help you if you ever get down Mississippi, Tuscaloosa way.
Wow,
It's all
You know,
fake.
she's saying take a hike.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, take a hike. That's probably more appropriate.
Yeah. Well, we
Yeah.
don't. She's really saying the F word, isn't she?
Well, I am a big fan of that word, but I will not be on your show.
Well, that's
but
okay.
she is saying go.
Well, good.
Pluck yourself.
Go pluck yourself. I like that better. Here, fist bump on that.
Oh, fist bump.
Go pluck yourself.
Go pluck yourself.
I like that better. Truth or rumor? You graduated from Oral Roberts University with a BA in oral hygiene.
Well, that would be a rumor now.
Okay.
That would be a rumor.
All right.
I am a college dropout.
Okay.
I am. I just knew that when I went to New York, I could skate by on my wits and my good hair.
Yeah, and your personality.
Yeah.
Well, you're not short on that.
Thank you,
Truth or
sweetheart.
rumor? You're a yellow dog Democrat.
Now that is truth, just like my granddaddy.
Tell people what that means. Tell our viewers what that means. That means you'll vote for anything, doesn't it?
That means you could put an octopus up
for
against
office?
up against a Republican. Yellow dog Democrat means you could put an octopus running against Donald Trump.
I knew
and
there was
they will pull the lever for the octopus.
Wow, I knew there was a reason I liked you.
And yellow dog means a yellow dog running.
Truth or rumor? Roadkill is good to eat because it's naturally high in vitamins and proteins and free of additives and drugs.
Now, see, that's just ludicrous.
Is that another
That's
Southern
ludicrous.
stereotype?
Lord have now you're embarrassing
Well,
me
I'm
with
not- I'm
question. That is a rumor.
All right.
I've never had roadkill, but I'm assuming
haven't?
it's a rumor.
All right.
Lord, no.
So I was going to say.
We were poor, but we weren't that poor.
So you never ate possum on a stick?
Never had possum pops.
Squirrel pot pie?
No possum pops.
Coon casserole?
No.
All right. Okay.
No.
Alabama.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, maybe if it was wrapped in a falafel, I might try it.
Falafel. We gotta.
Falafel.
Oh, that's all right.
All right, sorry.
We gotta take you to a nice Jewish restaurant. Get you some knishes, darling.
Knishes.
A nice knish.
Can I wear one of those things on my head?
A
Or is that just for men?
No.
Oh.
We can get one.
Oh,
we can get
okay.
one for
That'd be fun.
That would be a yarmulke.
A yarmulke?
Yeah. Now, for some reason, I can't imagine those Southern Jews with a yarmulke reading that. But Baru Ato Adonai Eloheinu Melech Olam. Let's all eat ham steak.
No, it doesn't happen.
Bama,
But it would be fun. It would be a funny movie if it did. But
you are a treat and a delight.
Thank you, darling. Thank
and
you
I
so
love
much.
having you on my show. What's your next project? What's your next book project?
Well, right now I'm working on a screenplay.
Good.
So, and I've been in the groundlings for a little while, and I'm
Fantastic.
Thank you. I'm pretty pleased. A lot of great names have rolled through those hallways, and working on a screenplay right now.
Now, tell me something.
Yeah.
They say throwing a dying duck fit is worse than a hissy fit. Have you ever had a dying duck fit or a hissy fit?
I've had hissy fits all day.
You just had a hissy fit, little here.
It's been a long day.
Well, we don't.
Mama's
wanna talk
looking
about
forward to another cocktail hour when she gets home. It's been a long, tough day.
that. Alabama Hill, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank y'all so much.
What
Thank
a
you,
delight.
Corky. Thank you, darling.
And you got to come back. I want you on our show. Oh, I'm supposed to kiss her. I've got.
Oh.
Thank you, sweetheart.
I'm sorry. It's just what I'm accustomed to.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, that's it for our show this week, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to. It went by fast, didn't it?
It went by in the
You know that.
quicker in the state of Mississippi in a Mustang.
Ha! And I was just gonna say, you want to go out swapping insults? Here, I put some Southern insults.
All
Let's
right,
do-
hit me, Mr.
Let's do a nice
Bernstein.
swaps insult. Go ahead.
You little jackleg, you're lower than a snake's belly in a wagon rut.
Well, you're so stuck up, you'd drown in a rainstorm.
Well, you're so cheap, you wouldn't give a nickel to see Jesus riding a bike.
Well, you're about as useful as a steering wheel on a mule.
Ooh. Well, you're about as useless as a screen door on a submarine.
Well, you could start an argument in an empty house.
Bless your pea-picking heart.
Alabama Hill, ladies and gentlemen. See you next week. And remember, your mind is like a parachute. It works best when?
After cocktail hour. Bye. Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Bernstein.
You're about as cute as they come.
Oh, thank you, darling.
Good show.
You hear that, Tyler, back home?